sort of 4 ways to actually build a savage physique. If you've been skinny or soft for so fucking long in your life, bro, I know how that feels. And this is exactly what it fucking takes to get to the other side. The first habit is to have an obsessive nature over discipline, bro. Your discipline, you can't just be extremely disciplined. You need to be so disciplined to the point where you are obsessed with your goal. It is the one thing that is pushing you forward, bro, and everything else is aligning with that. So you want to build a savage fucking physique. It's not gonna just take 1 foot in, 1 foot out, bro. You gotta go balls deep all in there, bro. You can't just sit around thinking it's gonna happen. It's not just gonna happen if you just sit around waiting. No, you need to be obsessed about your fucking goal, bro. And that goes with anything in life, by the way, bro. To get to that point where you build a strong foundation, you need to first be obsessed with the fucking goal to push yourself forward. If you are negotiating with yourself, you don't want it enough, bro. You should be wanting to get up and get ready. Even at days that you don't feel like doing it, you still do it anyways. That's what that obsessed over your goal will fucking get you, bro. Not if you're just okay with it. Not if you're like, I want to be in better shape. I don't mind though if I'm still soft. I don't care. Then you're not going to actually reach the goal, bro. So as long as you don't obsess over it, over the discipline, over your goal, over what the fuck you need to do, you're not going to get where you want to be, right? Sure, maybe you'll be better than the average person still, but to get to that greatness level, bro, in any area, you need to be obsessed with it to keep going further than anyone else, bro. You never fucking quit. And I first didn't know how to change my life. The first thing I thought was, okay, let me just build my physique, right? It's the best thing you could do if, as a man. Is the one pillar. I always say you should strive to become the greatest version of yourself in all areas of life. And I think fitness is one of the best first pillars to actually start getting better at, bro. Just why exactly I help men build a savage physique. It's the coaching, one-to-one coaching. That's the first link in the description. Because I think this is the one thing that shows you can build something from nothing. And it builds your self-respect for who you are. It shows you that you can actually achieve whatever it is that you want, as long as you strive for it and keep going further, bro. So you need to actually have that drive and that relentless ambition inside of yourself to go after this, bro. The second habit is to know how to say no. You need to know how to say no to people, no to environments, and no to certain habits that are not gonna help you get where you wanna be. So if you have friends who just wanna go out and party, drink alcohol, smoke up all the time, you cannot be with them. You cannot go to where they're going. You cannot be with them right now. Right now, you are focused on building something for yourself. You're not focused on trying to have fun and just party and just, drink alcohol. No, you said to yourself, I want to build a savage physique, right? So, no alcohol, no partying, no none of that, right? There's always going to be time for parties, bro. There's always parties, bro. So right now, it's not time for that. Right now, you need to obsess over your goal and know how to say no to things and people and places that are not actually helping you with your goal, right? For me, for instance, bro, when I was building, I was like, yo, I have to say no to like a lot of different things, right? I cannot be out like late at night. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do any of that shit. I was like, I cannot do this shit. I can't be there. I'm not doing this. And this is how I had to move, right? When you do this as well, it's an extremely masculine trait, knowing how to say no and actually creating boundaries for yourself and other people in your life. Most guys have no boundaries. People call them up, they're down for whatever. They're like, okay, let's do this. They're like a leaf in the wind, bro, getting blown around. You need to know how to say fucking no. It starts with you knowing what the fuck you want in your life. That's how you say no to other things. Because you know, this will not serve me right now. So no. The third habit is to be intentional, bro. When you're starting to lift or you're starting to do some training, calisthenics or whatever it is, right? You need to be intentional with what you're doing. You don't just go to the gym thinking to yourself, I'll just do some random stuff and then eventually I'll, get strong. No, you need to be intentional every fucking day. So you already know what you're going to hit the next day. Already, you already know, okay, I'm going to do chest and triceps and I'm going to do these exercises and I'm going to hit them hard as fuck. When you start to become intentional with the things that you do, you don't just go there thinking, I'll just do this random shit here and there. No, every fucking day you are intentional with your actions, bro. It's an important part of masculinity. You need to be fucking intentional. You won't build a savage physique if you're not intentional. At first, right, when I was starting, I was always like Let me just do random shit. Then I actually looked up, okay, like what's the best program, what's the best like way to split everything, and then I started to learn and get better. Right, because I actually knew what exactly I should do. And I was like, oh, I need to, you know, be more structured and actually execute properly on each day. And so you start to actually build up muscle better and more efficiently, right? You're not just wasting time in the gym, but just be intentional with your time and your effort, bro. Fourth habit is to have an unwavering self-belief in yourself that you can actually achieve this goal. You want to build a better body. You want to actually get in shape. You want to actually build muscle, lose fat. You need to fucking believe that you can do it. It doesn't matter how many times you failed before. You need to believe that you can do it. Because that's the only thing that will keep you going, bro. Keep putting in the effort, muscle starts to compound, right? Or you start to lose more fat. But this is only done if you actually stick to your goal and you have an unwavering self-belief in yourself that you can actually achieve it, right? Don't take no shortcut, bro. You have to believe that you can do it. You know, I know that's like probably the hardest part of it all. You know, you look at yourself and you see, damn, I haven't built muscle, bro. Especially if I was skinny, bro, so I understand that. Like you haven't built muscle and it's been 2 months. It's like, what? But you have to keep sticking to it over time, bro. You have to believe in yourself, bro. You have to believe. Like I said, having self-belief is the most important part, bro. I want you to go click the first link in the description for one-to-one coaching to help you build more muscle, bro. Then go ahead and follow me on IG. You can send me a DM. It should be the second link in the description. Subscribe right now and stay disciplined, bro.